The situation surrounding Prince Andrew, also known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has once again drawn intense public attention. Reports suggest that he is currently under police investigation and staying at a small residence on the Sandringham estate, far from the center of royal life. Adding to the controversy is a rather unusual detail that has captured headlines. Just around 200 yards from his temporary home at Wood Farm, large piles of manure were reportedly spread across nearby land shortly before he arrived. Locals say the smell can be noticed in the area, and because of the ongoing scrutiny surrounding Andrew, the imagery has quickly become symbolic in media coverage. While such agricultural practices are normal on rural estates, the timing has fueled speculation and commentary from both the public and the press. According to reports, Andrew was arrested last week on suspicion of misconduct in public office and spent roughly 11 hours in police custody on his 66th birthday. That detail alone ensured widespread media attention. The investigation is reportedly connected to allegations that during his time serving as the United Kingdom's trade envoy from 2001 to 2011, he may have shared sensitive information with the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein died in 2019 while awaiting trial in the United States, but his connections with powerful figures continue to raise questions years later. Authorities have confirmed that the investigation is ongoing, although Andrew has not been formally charged with any offense. This distinction remains important as the case is still under review and no final conclusions have been announced. After leaving a police station in Norfolk, Andrew reportedly returned quietly to Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate. Since that moment, there have been no confirmed public sightings of him. Wood Farm is a modest 5-bedroom farmhouse, a sharp contrast to Royal Lodge, the large 30-room property in Windsor where Andrew lived for more than 2 decades. The cottage itself carries historical significance, as it was where Prince Philip spent much of his retirement and his final years. The Sandringham estate is privately owned by King Charles III, meaning it is part of the monarch's personal property rather than land held in trust for the nation. The manure incident that has become part of the story reportedly occurred around 10 days before Andrew arrived at Wood Farm. Workers were seen unloading the material from a tractor and trailer onto estate land nearby. According to estate sources, the manure was intended to fertilize the soil and support the growth of newly planted trees. On large rural estates, this is considered routine agricultural maintenance. Manure enriches the soil and helps vegetation grow more effectively. Nevertheless, because of Andrew's circumstances and the intense scrutiny surrounding him, the timing has prompted commentary from locals and observers alike. One resident reportedly joked to the Daily Mail that Andrew has long been surrounded by the smell of scandal, suggesting that being exposed to countryside odors was somehow fitting. Another local remarked that since the king privately owns the estate, he ultimately decides what happens there, humorously hinting that perhaps the situation sends a message. Despite these remarks, there is no evidence that the manure dumping was anything more than routine estate work. The broader picture, however, highlights how dramatically Andrew's circumstances appear to have changed. Once a prominent member of the royal family who represented British trade interests around the world, he now reportedly lives quietly in a rural property, away from Windsor, London, and the traditional center of royal activity. According to reports from the newspaper, new restrictions may have been placed on him while he stays at Wood Farm. One reported rule is that he should avoid horse riding, something that was once a regular part of his life when he lived at Royal Lodge. Sources say riding publicly during an ongoing investigation could create negative headlines and further controversy. Other reports claim that Andrew may not be allowed to leave the Sandringham estate without permission, and that visitors must be approved in advance. Since returning to the cottage, there have been no confirmed photographs or sightings of him in public.
Meanwhile, police have also carried out searches at Royal Lodge, Andrew's former residence in Windsor. Authorities confirmed that their inquiries there lasted several days, though they have not disclosed what exactly was examined. The investigation continues, and officials have remained cautious in releasing details. At the same time, government ministers have reportedly agreed to release certain files related to Andrew's appointment and tenure as the United Kingdom's trade envoy. However, members of Parliament were informed that some documents cannot be published until police confirm that doing so would not interfere with the investigation.
The controversy has also reached the political stage. In the House of Commons, Trade Minister Chris Bryant delivered unusually blunt remarks about Andrew's conduct. Bryant criticized the Duke, describing him as arrogant and entitled, and suggesting that he often failed to separate public duty from personal interest. His comments were placed on the official parliamentary record and underline how serious the political atmosphere surrounding Andrew has become. Such strong criticism from within Parliament reflects the wider pressure facing the royal household as it deals with the ongoing controversy. Another development that has attracted attention involves a senior palace official. Richard Benyon, the Lord Chamberlain of the royal household, reportedly visited Andrew at Wood Farm for a private meeting that lasted about 2 hours. Royal observers believe this meeting may have involved discussions about Andrew's future status within the royal structure. Some reports suggest that conversations are now taking place about whether he could eventually be removed from the British line of succession. At present, Andrew remains 8th in line to the throne. However, ongoing legal scrutiny and public criticism have led some commentators to speculate that changes could be considered if the situation worsens. Any such decision would involve complex legal and constitutional questions, but the fact that the topic is being discussed at all shows how serious the situation has become. The fallout has also affected Andrew's family, particularly his daughters Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Reports suggest that both sisters have significantly reduced their public appearances in recent months. Insiders say their reputations have been impacted by the controversies surrounding their father. Events and social engagements that once included them may now be approached more cautiously. Some reports even claim that their absence from major gatherings, such as Royal Ascot, reflects a broader effort to distance them from the ongoing scandal and protect the image of the wider royal family. For now, Andrew himself has remained silent. There has been no personal statement from him since the reports of his arrest and investigation emerged. The palace has limited its responses to brief comments referencing ongoing legal processes and has avoided discussing details publicly.